What's up, guys? We're back. Going to be changing the spark plugs today on a 2010 Toyota Rav4 Sport. It's got the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder in it. There's a lot of different spark plug options out there on the market. Go with whatever you feel like will work best for you. I decided to go with the Denso Iridium TT. I think the TT stands for twin tip. There's the part number there, IKH16TT. Got these for, I think it was about $8 a piece for 4 of them. So let's get started. Alright, so first want to grab this top cover right here. It just pops on. Pull up one side, pull up the other side. Held on by these 3 little deals here. We'll set that to the side. I'm going to need a 10mm socket to get the coil packs off here. Switch over to the drill, make this a little faster. Taking the 4 bolts out of the coil packs here. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to unhook these 4 connectors that are on the coil packs. Just squeeze these. They should come right off. And I'm going to take the coil packs off. I'm going to take these off and lay them in order. It probably doesn't matter, but I like to put 1, 2, 3, or 4 back the way that I took them out. So I'm just going to give these a little twist, pull these out. There's our 4 coil packs out. If you can see down in there's our spark plugs. So we'll grab some tools here, start taking out the spark plugs. Alright, we got our 5/8 spark plug wrench. A little extension here. Get down in there. These wells are pretty deep, so broke loose. Spark plugs are kind of tight. This is a 15-year-old vehicle, and I just acquired it a couple, 2 or 3 months ago. And looking back through the maintenance records that the person I got it from, they kept pretty decent records on. I wasn't seeing any record of the spark plugs ever being changed. So I'm not sure if these are the factory originals. If they are, they're 15 years old and got about 160,000 miles on them. So let's see what they look like. Yeah, showing a little bit of wear on them. They're not in terrible shape. Like I said, I don't know if these are the factory originals that came. SK16HR11 Denso. So we'll get the other 3 out here, see what they look like.
A few moments later.
All right, we got the old plugs out. I'm gonna start putting the new plugs back in. I like to put a little bit of anti-seize on my spark plugs, especially with spark plugs like these iridiums are good for around 100 to 120,000 miles. So it's going to be, probably a long time before I replace these again. So I like to put a little anti-seize on the threads right here. It doesn't take a whole lot. As you thread this down in there, the anti-seize is going to kind of spread around there anyway. But when you get ready to change them again, hopefully they won't be seized up in there. Just a light little coat, doesn't take a lot. I like to do that on my spark plugs or really any bolt before I put it back in there. We're gonna get this snug down, and I'm gonna use a torque wrench. Torque this to 13 foot-pounds. I like to use a smaller 1/4 inch drive, inch pounds torque wrench. I feel like a lot of times with the 3/8 drive torque wrenches, it's kind of hard on the to get it accurate on the lower foot-pounds. So I'm going to convert it over to inch pounds. So for 13 foot-pounds, it's going to be 156 foot-pounds. I'm sorry, 156 inch pounds. So I've got my torque wrench set here. Get this snugged up. Alright, there we go. There's plug number 1. I'm going to go ahead and grab plug number 2 and put some anti-seize on it. You also may want to look at your little coil pack, little grommets or boots while you're doing this. Just check these for any cracks, any kind of deterioration. These can be replaced. They just sit on top there, kind of give you a seal between your coil pack and the top of your engine there. So we're going to put these back in. Got number 1 over here. Down in place. Number 2. Number 3. We're going to put our 4 bolts back in here that secure the coil packs. Toyota's torque specs on these are 8 foot-pounds or 96 inch pounds. So again, we're going to be using the same 1/4 inch drive, inch pounds torque wrench. We'll get these started and then put them the rest of the way in. Drive these down a little bit with the drill, a little faster. If you don't have a torque wrench available, you can use just a regular 3/8 ratchet. They don't have to be real tight, just barely snug. These coil packs are made of a plastic type material. You don't want to bust or crack that. So like I said, you can use just a regular 3/8 ratchet or a 1/4 inch ratchet, whatever you want. Just barely snug them up. I'm gonna plug these coil packs back in. cover back on. 3 snaps. I think that's the job done. So it doesn't take too long. Pretty simple job. You know, it took me probably 20-25 minutes best to do this. It probably took me longer to gather up all my tools and stuff than it did to actually do the job. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.